Previously on Gears.
Today on Dicey's Double D's, we're chatting to John about a group of guys on an epic journey called the Unogwaja. I don't know how to say it. Unogwaja.
Unogwaja.
Yeah.
There we go.
Unogwaja challenge.
Comfort
Did I get
gave
a thumbs
you, yeah,
up?
there we go.
Hi, John. Welcome to Gears on Balls Visual Radio.
How's it going, guys?
Terrific, John. What does Unogwaja mean?
You guys say it beautifully. It's actually the Zulu word for a hare, which is a nickname of a Comrades athlete from the 1930s named Phil Masterton-Smith. And in 1931, Unogwaja became the youngest ever Comrades winner, age 19, and you have to now be 20 to run the Comrades. But in 1933, he was living in Cape Town, and he couldn't afford the train fare to the start of Comrades in Pietermaritzburg, during the Depression years and all. And he just got on a bike and he rode to the Comrades. And in fact, in that year, he came 10th. And on hearing that story and then finding out that he actually lost his life on the 5th of June 1942 in the Battle of Tobruk in the Second World War. And it's like a story that South Africans need to know about. It's like it just tells us to not worry about all the obstacles that we're faced with, and just to believe that crazy things are possible. And now we're in our 4th year and crazy things have happened and they're still happening as we speak.
I'm covered in goosebumps.
That is such
incredible.
a beautiful story.
Yeah, geez. Well, it's kept us busy.
No, that's for sure. Now, it's okay. Okay, so we're going back into the history. Somebody got on a bicycle from Cape Town, rode all the way to Pietermaritzburg, and then ran the Comrades. And you are now emulating that as a team.
That's right. So now it's the 4th Unogwaja of history, and this year's been incredible because we've got a team representative of 8 different countries in the world, and it's just incredible to think of a dude from São Paulo, Brazil, and Nuremberg, Germany, and 2 from Lisbon, Portugal, Northern Ireland, 1 from Texas, America, that are now emulating a journey of a South African who, up until 4 years ago, I'd never heard of this dude, and it's a name that we should know. It's an act that we should be really proud of, and hopefully give us the energy and the belief to do whatever it is in our lives that has been holding us back, and we just haven't had the whatever to jump and go for it. Like, imagine that oak in 1933. Imagine the bike you would have had. Imagine the mentality, the road. It's like he had everything against him, and he did it. And now his legacy is living on, and it's it's become like a big charity fundraiser. So we've gradually raised more and more money. In our first year, we raised 50,000 rand, which was a mammoth effort back then. And this year, we put it out there to raise 1 million, which was in many respects ridiculous. And a week before we left, we had already raised 1 million, and now we're pushing towards 1.1, and we're going to try and raise 2 million because there's just like magic around. The whole of South Africa feels like they're part of this journey, and like all these little towns and communities that I'd never even heard of, they just jump in and want to help and open up their arms. It's just so radical.
It must be one of the most rewarding experiences the whole team must be feeling. It must really make you feel so fantastically special.
It's been truly special. It's been not without our challenges, and this week's probably been the toughest week of our history. We experienced our first major accident on the bike with our German participant from Nuremberg coming off in a pretty high-speed crash, and for the last 3-4 days we've just been wanting his recovery, and I'm pleased to say that he is recovering, which is, thank God.
Now, thank goodness for that. I think that's very, very special because you'll want to do everything as a team as well. It's a hell of an undertaking, John. How many kilometers are you cycling per day?
It's 1,700 kilometers in total over 10 days. So if you divide that by 10, it's 170. But the first 5 days are all well over 200 Ks, which enable us to have a day 10 of 35 Ks, where the day before Comrades, we ride from Richmond to Pietermaritzburg, and we get a whole lot of the people joining us, and we arrive at the Comrades Museum, and it's a really special occasion. And in fact, the sister of Phil Masterton-Smith is still alive, and she and her family will be there, and it's crazy.
Wow.
It's kind of united there. It's madness. She remembers the day that Phil went to their folks in 1933 and said, I'm cycling to Comrades. And she was like full that she couldn't go with him because she was like 8 and now she's 90. So she always used to tune me that, why did you wait so long? I would have come with you. And then a crazier thing happened as I discovered that she's born on the 15th of July, 1923, and I'm born on the 15th of July, 1982. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is like spooky. It's like people think that we've written this, and it's like all these things. It's just like it's meant to happen. It's written, and that's why when we have challenges like we did this week, we just got to get through them somehow as a team. And obviously, we have done so far, and we just hope the rest of the journey is safe. That's the most important thing.
Well, I mean, listen, you just about at the outpost of Maritzburg. Where are you currently?
Well, I am currently in, you won't believe it, in Butterworth. And if you could guess where that is, I would give
Yes,
you
I know Butterworth, but don't tell me, don't just tell me to get in the car and find it.
Fair enough. I'm in Butterworth with our German, and he's in good spirits. He's got cuts and bruises all over him and a broken collarbone. But the team is crossing into KwaZulu-Natal almost as we speak, and they should be arriving about the same time as we do at around 5:30 in Kokstad at St. Patrick's School, where they'll look after us for the evening. Last year we slept in their music department. This year, I don't know. I think we're getting an upgrade. But we had such a warm. We get such a. But the one cool thing about the music department is they have it's a drama music department. They have like a fancy dress cupboard, and we found that last year, which is pretty rampant. So
now, listen,
amused us.
I mean, how much training has been involved in getting to the stage? I mean, you're basically doing just about a half a Tour de France, and then you're going to all get there, and then you've got to run nearly 100 kilometers. I mean, this is supreme athletes personified.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's really not. There are one or two guys that I would regard as supreme athletes that have come along in this journey, and we've had a whole lot of different people. But there are also some people that are very much not supreme athletes. To the contrary, they're the antithesis of supreme athletes. But they find resources that they didn't even know existed. And when you've got a team of people supporting, we've got a support crew of 12 people. We've got people from all over the world who are watching our YouTube videos, sending us tweets, sending us personal messages who we've never met before, who are just spurring us on. And this enables the average human to do a whole lot more. And so, the training differs hugely. We've got some oaks that train a heap and some oaks that don't do too much. And it's just this whole energy. It feels like a freaking tidal wave of energy that is just pushing us on.
John, when it comes to doing the actual Comrades itself, are you guys going to try and do it as a group, or are there some that actually want to try and maybe achieve a specific time? What is your guys' goal at the end of it?
Yeah, I mean, this year it's actually the launch of a thing called the Red Love Train, which again just happened naturally. But last year, most of our team ran together, and even though we had some guys that have run like 8-hour Comrades and 9-hour Comrades, and we just wanted to pull our team together, and it just attracted more and more people. So we had a whole lot of oaks sort of running with us, and we had various types of outfits that the guys wear. And this year we're like, let's invite more people to join. If people want to join, them, just pull in. So we've created the Red Love Train, and we've got about 70 people that we're running with us. And the idea is to run together. The Unogwaja team will certainly attempt to run together. Obviously, over 12 hours and 89 kilometers, a lot happens. So there's no pressure, there's no prescription, there's no obligation. But the idea is that we see everyone through, and we see the slowest member of our team across that line. And with the magic that surrounds this journey, who knows what's possible. And ultimately, even if we don't finish it, all as a team, or if half of us finish it, or if none of us finish it, it doesn't matter. It's about the journey. It's about stepping out. And that's the main message we want to send. It's not about what time we do and what, how we achieve it. It's about, just putting ourselves out there and not worrying about the outcome, because the outcome will take care of itself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm so inspired. I must be. I'm like
this
sitting there and going, here I am, the lazy little guy who sits there and gets out of breath, walking to my car, and look at other people are doing in this country. It's ridiculous. I feel like I'm ashamed.
Well, you're supporting us right now. I really appreciate the support, and it all helps. It really does.
Well, now, talking about the support, I mean, you've raised a phenomenal amount of money, and I'm sure it's going to grow and grow as the years go on. What do you use this money for?
So far we have aligned with the 6 Comrades charities, known as the DDD charities. And the most amazing thing this year is that these charities are coming along the journey with us and actually impacting on the communities along the way. So we've had community chests with a truck full of volunteers from all over South Africa pulling in and like making a difference to hospices and identifying what the communities need, and not just coming in and sort of tuning, we know what's going on, like getting the community active and actually linking with them. And it's been amazing. The Pink Drive have also are doing the same thing. And the other 4 charities are Wildlands, World Vision, Starfish Foundation, and the Sports Trust, all of whom have contributed in their own way to our journey in whatever way they can. And in the future, there's some exciting plans, and we really want to leave the legacy of Unogwaja, in South Africa. It's not about a journey of 12 cyclists or 25 people. It's about so much more, and we want it to become a message of hope and something that can unite our country. And it's happening. It's already happening, and we're just going to keep going. And so that from the charity's perspective, we hope to link that legacy and the message. Like, we meet simple dudes who are living on in these rural places like Lady Freer. Last year I was cycling through Lady Freer, and this kid ran to the side of the road and just shouted, "Unogwaja." And that's the 3rd year we've been there, and this kid has discovered the story, somehow it has touched him. We cycle with these red socks, and they're pretty noticeable, and that's how the Red Love Train kind of started. We're just as one big sort of bundle of love that just freaking goes through our country, and that's what it's about. And that kid, who knows what that will lead to, but that's the type of thing that we want to do, and it really is a privilege to be part of, and it really is a team effort. It can't happen without so many people, with our sponsors, with the charities, and just with people who are just they'll drop the phone, they'll hear about it, and they'll say, well, I'm contributing this, I want to do this. It's not like, what can I get in return? It's I don't care, I just want to be part of this, and that's what is a true honor.
I must tell you, your enthusiasm is awe-inspiring, John. Just something so fantastic. You say you've got various people from other countries, you've got quite a few countries involved. Surely we've got to try and make this, from next year onwards this could become South Africa's very own Tour de Umoja.
Yeah, the Unogwaja, I believe can become one of the most impactful and meaningful journeys in our country, because it's not about the actual event. It's about so much more. It's about the impact. And it's about the inspiration it leaves with people, and that's what we're working on. And that's why we've gone through so much to be where we are, and I can't even imagine the future. It's going to be so beautiful because of the people that are just linking arms and saying, let's do this. And we're really excited, and I'm pumped to hear your excitement, and thank you.
No, listen. I've had goosebumps about 5 times during this interview. I think it's the first time it's ever happened to me.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, I think it's John's voice, actually. John, I've got a couple more questions. I know you guys are sort of a bit busy there, but the other one that I wanted to ask: when you arrive in Pietermaritzburg, what time are you expected to arrive? Is there something, some kind of a celebration besides the wonderful 90-year-old granny who's going to be there?
Yeah, she is a bloody wonderful granny. You should see the passion on this woman. You can only imagine what Phil Masterton-Smith would have been like. But basically, we arrive at about midday, if all goes to plan, at the Comrades house. And we're hoping that there's a program, the community chest run, called Indigent Runners Program, which basically collects all runners that have trouble in affording their transport to Comrades or their accommodation in Comrades. Often you'd actually get people sleeping on the side of the road at the start of Comrades, because that's the only choice. And so Community Chest have sort of identified this, and they get there's a hall called the YMCA Hall. It's an indoor sports hall. I actually used to play indoor hockey in there, and it's just covered in mattresses. And there's going to be a strong link with us and them, because ultimately it's everyone's journey to the Comrades. And whether you had to hitch from Ladysmith or Butterworth or bloody wherever the hell it was, it's the same type of thing. And just because we're cycling, it doesn't make a difference. We're all going on this journey, and you've got to make it happen. And so we're hoping to link quite strongly with them in our arrival in Pietermaritzburg. And it's just generally so beautiful. I mean, you see in the museum pictures of Phil Masterton-Smith as the 1931 winner, and just thinking that dude's actions, we often think of our actions as who cares? No one cares if I do this or do that, and they don't do the right things. But Phil Masterton-Smith has done something that, he would never have known his. I just can't imagine him looking from above, looking down, going, "Jeepers, these freaking lunatics!" How cool is that? They're doing this because of the actions I did, and I hope that other South Africans and people around the world take heart in his actions and in this story and how it has grown and how it will continue to grow.
Well, listen, we can. Sorry,
no,
Daisy,
how do people go about giving you money or helping you out?
So every bit of information is on the Unogwaja Challenge website. That's UNOGWAJA Challenge website. And we are at the Unogwaja on Twitter. And there's been an explosion of love this week. It's just been crazy. When Florian went down, Florian just turned his phone on now for the first time. It's just almost exploded. It's so beautiful, just strangers connecting. And then we have a daily video from the road. So you really get an insight to what's happening in this trip and what's happening around the trip, more importantly, and the people that are involved. So we've got a YouTube channel, we've got a Facebook page with tons of photos, and the photos are epic. They are, like, you see the community, you see this beautiful freaking scenery that is South Africa. Like, it's a whole thing, and we get people just following the whole journey, and it's been incredible. I can't explain it to you. Every single message is felt. We've got a media man, Tyron Barnard, who's just been doing an incredible job because he is just pumped to do it. He works for KPMG, he has his own blog, but he drops everything, and he's here with us for 12, 13 days, and it's been pressurized. It's been tough. Like, it wasn't easy for us to see what we did on Monday, but the guys just pulled together, and it's just been beautiful. It's been real. It's been tough, but yeah, we're going to keep going, and we know that it's not about, you know, what happens on Sunday at the Comrades. Yeah. It's about so much more than that.
I mean, I've just found out that a great family friend of mine, son, is part of the Unogwaja, Joff Guvaris.
Yeah, he's a bloody champion. He's got the heart the size of a lion. He cycled and took part last year with he's had a tough couple of years with the passing away of his sister. Yeah. And Nanook has just dropped everything to help, and he's an active ambassador of this event. I don't see him as a participant. He's the guy now that after participating last year, he's now in the support crew and doing things from water bottles to driving to helping. He just does whatever he can, and his family own a pick and pay store in Pretoria. Yeah. They give us as much stuff as they can give. They have given us biltong, they've given us whatever they can give, they'll help with, and they're just special people. And this whole entire story is made up of people like the Gaverises, who are just special freaking South African / Greek. He'll be happy.
Let me tell you, I echo that sentiment. They are one of the most wonderful family that I've ever had the privilege of meeting. I don't see them enough, unfortunately. But when I was in the army, Nick and Melia Guveris became my second parents. They looked after me. They were in Kimberley at that stage, and I tell you, without them, I wouldn't have got through. So I know exactly I know what you're talking about. It's wonderful.
I have to read one tweet out. Yes. The Saint, I think he lives in the UK. He says, "This guy's enthusiasm is infectious. Wow, best of luck to them. Love to be able to contribute." And that's one of the tweets that we've received. My Twitter account's going crazy here. People loving
spread
this.
The love. Let's connect and let's just keep it going. Thank you. I really appreciate your interest and your time. I really do.
Well, listen, John, I'm putting it out there right now because we've got you at the end of your journey just about, and we know that it's going to be a terrific next couple of days, and then, of course, the race. But we want to be part of next year's challenge from the start, and we want to cover it with you the whole way round. And I pledge that to you as from Balls Visual Radio. We will undertake and be part of it with you the whole way round.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sasha, and the whole team. I really appreciate it. I can feel that it's real, that your feeling for this is real. Yeah. Thank you. And let's do it. It's done.
Fantastic. Listen, good luck. We hope the German gets recovered. And, man, I promise you, I've got the goosebumps now. It's just fantastic. Carry on doing what you're doing. It's wonderful that we have people like you and everybody else involved in it. It's just something magnificent. Carry on doing it, John. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Sasha. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye. Bye. That guy's the most...
That was one of my favorite interviews we've ever had.
I love this guy. I got to meet this guy. We got to meet him. In real.
Well, he is on Twitter himself.
No, we've got to find him. Daisy, tweet everything.
Okay.
Tweet us everything, all of the details or whatever. Brilliant. And if you're going to the Pietermaritzburg area, please get involved with them. They are it's just something incredible. Unogwaja.
It's such a cool name when you hear the story behind it. Unogwaja. So they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, and you know what? Get involved, put a team together. Wouldn't this be... Let's oh my word next year.
No, I'm not going to say...
We are going to train and we're going to do it.
1,700 kilometers on a bicycle.
Yes, we can do it.
Daisy, I battled to concentrate 1,700 kilometers on an aeroplane, and I'm not even flying the damn thing. Okay, let's just get involved.
We can do it. We're training. We're going to get fit.
I'll be in the support car and we'll broadcast wherever they're doing it. There we go. By that stage, the technology will be so easy. Scotty will be able to beam us here while we're in the car. We'll have one of those gyroscope satellites on the roof. Fantastic. Listen, get involved, support them, go and offer them congratulations. You know, if you're only hearing about it now, get onto their Facebook, get onto their Twitter, and just wish them well, because I think this is something extraordinary. And next year, that's my pledge, we will be involved. Balls Visual Radio will undertake to support this 100% from day one right until the finish.
Balls.co.za